Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for Good Plans by Red Rocks Worship. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel or give this video a like, comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can click the three dots next to the like button and you can go from there, and I really appreciate it. If you want to go down the rabbit hole of my brain, you can check out the book that I wrote called How to Save Catholic Schools. I was in Catholic schools for 8 years as a music teacher. It was an awesome experience, but I wrote this book about that experience, and you can opine that at your leisure. Last but not least, if you want to join my email list, you can do that by clicking the link in the description for that as well. All right, grab your acoustic guitar, and you don't need a capo today, and let's get started. All right, like I said, you don't need a capo, and we're going to be playing in the key of D to match the original key, which is, of course, D major. And here are the chords you need to know. D, A, G, B minor, D over F sharp, and that's about it. So here's how I'm playing most of those chords. For D, just a regular old D chord, index finger, G string, 2nd fret, middle finger on the high E, 2nd fret also, ring finger, B string, 3rd fret. Avoid strumming the low E and the A strings for the D chord. Now sometimes you might see me strum all the way down minus the high E. So I'm not getting the F sharp that's in that chord. That's sometimes, and that's more of a preference thing and more of a mix thing if you're really crazy about that. But if you want to do the whole chord, be my guest. For the A chord, I'm putting my index, middle, and ring fingers in the 2nd fret, covering the D, G, and B strings. You can strum everything except the low E. For the B minor, bar the entire 2nd fret minus the low E, middle finger on the B string, 2nd fret, and ring finger and pinky go on the D and G strings of the 4th fret. This is the B minor. Now, if you can't do that bar chord version, you can lift off that bar and put the index finger instead on the high E. You're just going to miss a bass note, and it's going to sound like this. That's a little dramatic, but yes, you're going to miss that low A string sound. So I prefer the bar chord if you can do it. For the G chord, put your middle finger on the low E, 3rd fret, index finger, A string, 2nd fret, ring finger, and pinky go on the high E, and B strings of the 3rd fret also. This is the G, and you get to strum everything. And same thing for the G chord, just like the D chord, you can strum everything except that high E sometimes. If you just want to emphasize that the highest note is the root, the D. For D over F sharp, you're going to put your index finger on the low E, 2nd fret, middle finger, 2nd fret also, but on the G string, ring finger on the B string, 3rd fret. You're going to naturally blunt that A string with your index finger, and that's okay. This is D over F sharp. See that blunty sound? We don't want too much blunty though. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. So that's D over F sharp, and notice I don't want to strum all the way down that high E again. That's all the chords you need to know. Now I'm going to put the chords on screen for you. I'll say them as we go along. I'll also go over some strumming patterns that you can do throughout the song. All right, here we go. B minor, A, G, D, 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 B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, B minor, A, G, D, B minor, A, G, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, B minor, A, G, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, repeat the chorus, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D. Hold this D out for a while. C sharp, G, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, G. Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that tutorial. So let's talk about one little chord I forgot to mention at the beginning. It's A over C sharp. Well, how do you play A over C sharp? Here it is. The A is going to be just like you would do with the second fret covering the D, G, and B strings, except you're going to have to bar it with the index finger. So that index finger is going to squish those strings down. Your ring finger is going to cover the A string fourth fret, and that is the C sharp. And that's kind of a leading tone towards the home chord, because one more fret higher is D, and of course that's our home key, and that is D major. So for that, you can get away with a regular old A chord, or you can pursue the A over C sharp. And I think that'll help, especially if you have a great bass player or maybe they're just not there and you want to cover their part. This is something that you can do. And again, you don't have to play A over C sharp specifically. You can let the bass player handle that C sharp, but maybe they're on vacation or something and they aren't there. You want to cover their part. This is for you. All right, so let's talk about some strumming patterns now. At the beginning, you can just swell, or you can pluck the chord just with whole notes. So B minor, A, G, and D. My thumb is playing the bass note of each chord. So for the B minor, it would be the lowest string that I can play, which is A, the A second fret. For the A chord's almost the same thing for the same strings. G chord, move your thumb up for the low E. And for the D chord, my thumb has to go to the D string. And that's something that you could think about. Now, you don't have to if your band has everything covered. You can just lay back, don't play at all. And once the chorus comes around, that's when you really start playing. And again, you could kind of just lay in the background because it's not very prominent yet. It's actually when verse 2 starts. You're going to actually do a 16th note pattern, something like this. Just down and up. Very lightly though, and so on and so forth. Then when the chorus comes around, starting on a D, do something like this. That's the pattern that you can use. Now, the down and the up motions can vary depending on where you are, and maybe you want to add a little bit more here or there depending on whether or not you have a full band. So there's a lot of variables that you could deal with when it comes to this song. Very electric driven, very keyboard driven. Vocals drive this as well. So the acoustic is kind of like the glue that holds everything together. It's still there and still noticeable, but it's not something that's very prominent in the mix. For the introduction to the bridge, there are 2 G chords that you have to hit sequentially with the rest of the band. So you're going to play a D for a while, and then G, D. And you're going to do that twice, and then you have the bridge again. And then you have, instead of double G, you're going to have A, G, D. Goodness, mercy will follow after me. You kind of pause for that A and the G chord hits, and then you get into a regular progression, B minor, A, G, D, and then the chorus at the end of the song. Now, one more tip. You want to make sure that you're in sync with your drummer and your bass player, especially at the end of the song. There's some great fills that are happening there, but if you're not in sync, it's going to leave a bad taste, not only in your band's mouths, but in the congregation. You just want to make sure that you're in sync with people, because if you're doing your thing off in Neverland, it's just not going to look good. It's not going to sound good either. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. If this video helped you out and you want to help me out, click the 3 dots next to the like button. You can go from there, and I really appreciate it. If you want to check out my book, How to Save Catholic Schools, you can certainly do that. It's on Amazon right now. And join my email list. Just click the link in the description below. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.